Yeah, we saw this team of federal agents going door to door here in this neighborhood. It's unclear if they belong to ICE and what exactly they were up to, but it's a reminder here of how Trump's deportation directive can strike anytime, anywhere. Federal agents spotted entering homes in East Boston on Wednesday. Our cameras capturing one man being taken into custody.
É muito triste.
Neighbors and the heavily migrant community surprised and saddened to see it go down. The operations happening amid heightened alert for mass roundups and deportations promised by President Donald Trump. Immigration and Customs Enforcement announcing Tuesday it was rescinding a Biden-era policy of avoiding so-called sensitive areas, including schools and churches.
It is horrifying, and that is the point.
Hannah Hafter at Episcopal City Mission says the network of churches sheltering families of mixed immigration statuses makes them a target for ICE and won't be complying with them unless they have a signed warrant.
Just because they aren't respecting churches as safe spaces doesn't mean that the people in the churches are not going to treat it as a safe and secure space.
Worcester Public Schools is similarly not cooperating with ICE without proper authority, reassuring families, saying in a letter, principals and school-based staff have received detailed guidance on protecting students' rights, responding to ICE interactions, and supporting students whose parents or guardians may be detained during the school day. Meanwhile, the school's transportation department ordered its bus drivers not to let any students off the bus if they see any agents at bus stops.
Those are the places that people who have criminal intents go to hide.
Former Bristol County Sheriff and Massachusetts Trump campaign chair Thomas Hodgson says he will be helping ICE to make it easier for the raids to happen.
We don't need any groups or organizations attempting to create this environment where it makes it harder for law enforcement to keep our communities safe.
Now, the Massachusetts Teachers Association described Trump's policy as cruel. We have not heard from the Boston Public Schools on this matter yet. And as for that raid that happened earlier this afternoon here in East Boston, we're still working to try to get you more details. Now, coming up at 6, we talked to a former ICE agent who describes how the agency usually conducts itself during these operations at these sensitive locations. Reporting live in East Boston, Oscar Margain, NBC 10 Boston.
Okay, Oscar, NBC 10 commentator Sue O'Connell is here to continue the conversation. Sue, immigration has been a problem in this country for at least a generation. And you're saying the pandemic sort of worsened this problem. How so?
So, of course, there are many factors, but let's just look at the economic reasons. Of course, the United States, the richest and most successful country in the world, and our economy is just now recovering from the pandemic. So imagine what COVID did to the countries that were already struggling economically, and also with crime and political instability. Let's just look at Latin America. There were factory closures, widespread job losses, tourism, a major industry, ground to a complete halt. Domestic workers and day laborers couldn't work during the lockdowns. And of course, they had no unemployment benefits or savings to fall back on. The economic recovery as it is now in Latin America has been uneven at best. Now, add to that some of the chronic issues they have with crime and political instability. And many people decided the best way to support their families was to come to the U.S., Glenn.
NBC 10 commentator Sue O'Connell, thank you.